This is Nick breaking down how he's explaining how the decline of Zionist control over the American right is definitely showing, and people can see it.
As Ben Shapiro saw it or caught wind of it in advance, he canceled his appearance on Patrick Bet-David, and PBD is saying, well, hey, what gives? He's being punished and big-timed because PBD dared to interview me, even after he interviewed Bibi Netanyahu? This is the state of the conversation. And it's like I said the other night, I don't know that there's too much more to say about this particular interaction. It's all a little bit mind-numbing. But I would say about Megyn Kelly, Matt Walsh, PBD, you guys got to figure out what's going on here. I feel like everybody's surprised. You know, like Shapiro's pressing Megyn Kelly. He's like, why won't you disavow Candace Owens? And Megan's like, I'm not her boss. And Megyn seems to be like flabbergasted that Shapiro would expect this. Don't you get it, Megyn? Like seriously, and this is a sincere question. I'm not rhetorical. Don't you get it? Do you not understand that Shapiro is a foreign operative? His job is literally to shut it down. His job is to ostracize anyone that is an obstacle to Israel. And that means me, and anyone who platforms me, like Tucker, and anyone who sounds like me, like Candace. And Megyn is sitting there saying, why do you want me to cancel Candace Owens? Because he's trying to suffocate anybody that goes against his real country. And how do you do that? By blacklisting them. If you can't shrink their platform, Candace is hugely
So you cancel them. Call them crazy.
Popular. I'm popular. Tucker's popular.
Perfect.
If you can't take away their platform, you take away their legitimacy.
Perfect.
Shapiro knows he can't censor me, and he can't really explicitly call for me to be censored. And same goes for Tucker and Candace. They lost that battle. Tucker, Candace, and me, we're all free. They're free from Fox and Daily Wire. We're all back on the platforms. They're on YouTube. I'm on Rumble. So they can't rug pull us like they could 5 years ago, let's say. So what's the next best thing? Shapiro says, well, I don't want them to be banned, but everyone should blacklist them. Because if you can't take away the megaphone, you can take away the respectability and the legitimacy.
Yep.
Shapiro wants Tucker banned from Turning Point. That's where this is going. Shapiro wants J.D. Vance to disavow Tucker. He wants Vance to fire Tucker's son, I assume. He wants Turning Point to kick out Tucker at their America Fest later this year.
Yeah, well, good luck doing that, because Charlie Kirk's dying words in that text message exchange, the group message exchange, actually, that Candace Owens reveals, says that he wanted Tucker Carlson, and he was doubling down on that despite the ire of the Zionist billionaire donor class that wasn't exactly happy about that. And not only was he doubling down on that, Charlie Kirk's essentially his last words, he said, let's invite Candace Owens too. So good luck. You know, Ben Shapiro's between a rock and a hard place, and I'm glad. I'm here for every moment of it, because he can't just delegitimize and deplatform and undermine people the way that the ruling political class and the legacy media used to do it.
Was it like, he can't just say, shut up, fucking take him up there. He can't do that no more. He has to legit eat these punches right now, because he can't silence nobody, because everybody's gone. Once you blacklist everybody, nigga, who can you silence anymore? So he's really squirming right now.
Because if they can't shrink the audience, they want the message to the broader conservative movement to be, we will delegitimize you if you embrace Nick, Tucker, and Candace. And then everybody else will be put on notice to stop it from becoming a contagion. Then everybody that is of lesser importance, everybody that needs Turning Point to pay their bills, or needs Fox to pay their bills, or needs The Blaze to pay their bills, they're all on notice. This is about a chilling effect. That's the strategy here. Shapiro's going around publicly and privately saying you have to prevent this from spreading. Everyone needs to know that if you embrace Nick, Tucker, and Candace, then you're on the outs. Because they need to keep everybody in line. It's like bum rushing Area 51. They can't stop all of us. And Shapiro's like, We need to shoot a couple of them metaphorically so the rest of them turn around. That's the goal here. And Megyn Kelly's sitting there like, wait, you want me to be mad at Candace? Why? This is why, Megyn. Megyn says, why are you attacking me? I love Israel. Okay, but Israel doesn't love you.
Isn't that the truth? I mean, Megyn Kelly is smarter than that. I don't agree with her on a lot, and she fence sits on this issue in particular, says she's a Zionist, but also doesn't really take a strong stance on, Gaza and how abominable and atrocious that is, saying that the pictures have come out of there is just Hamas propaganda. It's just so absurd. But at the same time, she's not an idiot. She should be smart enough to see what Shapiro is doing. He's trying to manipulate her and all other fence sitters to disavow and...
I no longer think niggas are dumb. Niggas aren't dumb. They know what's going on. They just know... They know to shut the fuck up. Like, niggas, they're not dumb. She's not stupid. She's not. She is not fucking stupid, and that's the simp thinking. Oh, maybe she's just being no, she's not fucking stupid. She knows what the fuck is going on, and she knows who's behind the curtain. She's just scared to pull the curtain away. That's it.
You got that? You might love Israel, you might love those people, but they don't love you. They see you as an obstacle, and that's why they're trying to bully you to disavow Candace. And the same goes for Patrick Bet-David. Patrick's, and I could tell, he's a businessman. He's one of these alpha male types. He's one of those guys, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's a highly competitive, super successful guy. I could tell that PBD was he felt like a little slighted. He felt like Shapiro insulted him because Shapiro canceled on him last minute and basically said, yeah, I'm punishing you for having Nick Fuentes on. And PBD, you could tell, sort of took personal offense, said, whoa, you're big timing me? And so he was clearly a little jilted. He felt like he got snubbed. And so PBD is like, what are you doing here? And you could tell, and I say the same thing about Patrick Bet-David. Do you really fully understand it?
Yeah, he doesn't. That's the irony here, that PBD is very pro-Israel, by the way, and I guess part of his background explains that he's Iranian and he hates the Iranian regime, and by default, in some ways, it seems like he sides with Israel and everything. But the Zionists are eating themselves now when they're pitted against each other because one person is not as Zionist as they should be.
Right, and it's just because it's just too obvious now, guys. We have, and like Destiny was saying, like, oh, we have supercomputers in their hand. How could they hide anything? You're right, Destiny. It's going to be much harder to hide shit because we can go back and look. So that's why people are noticing a lot of stuff now, because you can go back and look, and the files are coming out about certain stuff, and videos are showing up where they weren't showing up before. So it's like, now that we have the technology and stuff, we definitely can go back and look, but it doesn't make it any harder to lie about shit. We don't see what the fuck is going on in Israel. We don't know what they say, hey, you can play this. We don't know what David Ellison tells his son, what to tell these networks to play and stuff like that. So it's like they still have control over it. They just extra loud with it right now. We can see it. We can see it a little bit better.
Patrick Bet-David had on Netanyahu and everyone's attacking him. He has me on and everyone attacks him, or the Jews attack him. And he says, well, hey, we're talking to everybody. We're having conversations. He doesn't realize, maybe, that this is how it goes. And so it's very interesting to watch a Megyn Kelly, a PBD. It's interesting to see how they're chafing against the Israel lobby. These are people that they wanted to support Israel. Maybe they did support Israel. They supported those that support Israel, but it's not good enough. And by the way, this is why we do these things. Are you starting maybe to understand? What do I mean by this? If I go around and I'm building up a brand on fundamentally opposing Israel and the Jewish lobby and saying the most outrageous things, I'm getting a big platform. If somebody like Tucker has me on, it stress tests the chilled conversation.
Yeah.
Tucker's like too big to cancel. So now it creates this big division where people say, am I going to stick with Tucker? Am I going to condemn Tucker?
Right, exactly.
Am I going to try to ignore it and hope it blows over? But we're forcing a confrontation because The Jewish lobby is going to say, you have to condemn Tucker.
Exactly. They're going to be like, bro, you have tomorrow. You got to do it tomorrow. Now.
So we're sort of putting everybody in a position where they have to choose.
And you get to see now.
Something like this, it becomes so big and it's sort of like unignorable, and it's forcing everybody to take a side. The Jewish lobby is forcing them to take a side. Are you with Israel? Are you going to condemn Tucker? Or are you with America? And a lot of people are made deeply uncomfortable by this because they're saying, well, Tucker's my friend, or I don't think he did anything wrong, or isn't this contrary to our principles? And under duress, they're being forced and pressured, make the disavowal, condemn, admonish. Okay. Everyone needs to do a better job. And people are saying, no, I'm going to try my best to ignore it or address it indirectly. And we want and we need this to happen. We want and we need the Israel lobby to make everybody fall out of love with them. Keep going. Keep pushing Megyn Kelly. Please, Ben, Josh Hammer, all of you ugly, unlikable pieces of shit. Josh Hammer, you ugly gremlin. Ben Shapiro, you ugly, old, anti-American traitor rat. Please keep doing what you're doing. At this point, it's not even deniable that Shapiro and Josh Hammer and Mark Levin and Laura Loomer, they're like Groyper MVPs. These guys are like the MVPs of the Groyper cause, because by being ugly and being obnoxious and being themselves, they're turning everybody off.
Right.
By bullying and pressuring and really just annoying everybody, like Megyn Kelly and PBD, they're blowing their cover. They're giving the game away. So please, I beg you, continue. Keep pushing Megyn Kelly away. Keep alienating the Megyn Kellys, the Charlie Kirks. Keep alienating the Patrick Bet-Davids. Keep alienating all these people. Keep pushing. See what happens. Because if you don't, I will only get more normalized anyway. Any way you cut it. Because if they don't push Megyn Kelly, if they don't push, then I will keep moving forward. Understand? Right. I move forward, and if they don't resist, then I keep moving the ball down the field, and slowly and quietly, but consistently, America warms up to this. But if they push back, then everybody gets annoyed, and everybody says, hey, geez, man, why are you attacking me? I like Tucker. I want to be on his show. I don't want to attack him. I don't want to rouse the ire of Tucker.
And what's worse is social media is so it's so quick. Niggas can get the information out so fast. It's hard to. I'm telling you, you can't cancel everybody. Like you said, he's trying to shoot right. He's trying to shoot the niggas running at the area. He's trying to shoot to see if anybody's turning around. Ain't nobody turning around right now, and I don't hope nobody turn around. Please, we need everybody that we can get to do this, cause we got to get these niggas up out of here. And I'm not talking about up out of the country, but up out of our government, cause the control they have is outrageous.
With the American populace moving away from them, if they push back, they look like utter lunatics, which they are.
Right.
And the tactics are just so glaring and obvious, trying to twist us all in the direction of their preferred country in the world that they care about more than the United States so clearly. But then if they don't push back, well, that trajectory seems to be continuing regardless. So I think there's truth to this, man.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Please, just keep being you. Just do what you always do, which is lie, cheat. Keep turning everybody off with your tactics. Because you're watching that in real time. When you're seeing this reaction, the way that Ben Shapiro got up and lectured Megyn Kelly, Megyn, I know she's a big girl. She's tough. But how did you feel when Ben Shapiro was interrogating you? How did you feel when he felt like he had the right to lecture you and wag his finger in your face like he's your moral better? How did that feel when he did that? That feel good?
But yeah, guys, I'm trying to tell you, like Nick said, it's only going to keep going far. That's why I was saying, like, if you follow me on Instagram, I try to be in the comments as much as possible, to like respond to comments as much as possible, and talk to people as much as I can in the comments and respond to comments. But yeah, like I said, this is it's really a revolution coming, and it doesn't have to be like a war, but there is definitely an awakening that's happening with a lot of people, and especially a lot of young guys. And I'm surprised too that I'm starting to see a lot of black young guys wake up to this shit too. So it's actually making me happy. So I'm really excited for the trajectory of where we're heading in the future. So I like what's going on right now. Ben is squirming, turning you. TPUSA is scared of Tucker. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.